Hi folks, since my last ForeverFlex video I've been on a little training session with a company in the UK called Amaya. They've showed me how to apply these t-shirt transfers, and they've also shown me the whole range of t-shirt transfers that they can produce for all different types of garments. So let's have a little look at what they've sent me and what I've found out. Right, well, I went down, I probably spent about 2.5 to 3 hours with a company who supplies these ForeverFlex transfers for dark garments in the UK, and it was very, very entertaining. They showed me exactly how to apply the transfers. They'd watched my videos on YouTube, and they've actually shown me where I was probably going wrong with the little issues that I was having with regards to the jagged edges on certain words that I had there, and also the best technique to roll the transfer papers off as well. They also showed me their printers, what they were using, and the one that I've got here, this Oki printer, which is really not really good enough for this application. You can use it, but there are better printers out there. And also for the ForeverFlex printers, there's a very cheap Canon printer which you can use. Apparently I haven't got one of them, but obviously that's not for the color toners. This transfer here, which I'm going to show you, is one they printed and prepared for me. I actually did print and press one of these myself while I was at their facility, and I'll show you that in a minute. But first of all, let's just let you see the sort of detailed transfers that they can produce on the, this is the ForeverFlex laser dark no cut low temp transfer paper. Now again, this is one of their test images because it's got plenty of detail in it. There's lots of small little pieces that, as you can see there, little different coloured splatter type effects, as you can see. It is a full colour image. There's some white writing there as well, but as I say, because the printer that they was using had the white ink as well. So, and if you turn it over, this one's actually been prepared. This has got the B paper already stuck to it. So this is the back side of it, and this basically is ready to press now, this transfer paper. Now the main difference between the ForeverFlex and this type of transfer paper is, as you can see, this is semi sort of transparent, this transfer paper, where the ForeverFlex paper is like a solid colour, so you can only print one colour. When using the ForeverFlex Dark, if you've got a full colour laser printer with the white tone in it, you can print a multicoloured image just like this one. So we're going to press this now, and I've just got a black t-shirt underneath there. The heat press is set at 155 degrees, which is probably just sitting at 152 at the moment now, as you can probably see. And we're going to press this transfer for 30 seconds, and then we're going to let it cool down totally, and then we're going to do the peel the way that they suggest. Without further ado, let's press this garment. Right, so I'm just going to lay the transfer paper on the garment, centralise it there. So with this transfer paper, I'm just going to put a couple of little bits of heat tape just on the top and bottom there. Sometimes when the heat press lifts up, it can, with vacuum or whatever, it can pull the transfer paper away, and you don't want to be doing that because you want to be leaving that on there till it's absolutely stone cold. So I'm just going to cover this up like that, stick it under our heat press, and I'm going to pull this down, and we're going to clamp this in with firm pressure for 30 seconds. So we're just going to see how this goes, and we'll come back to it in a second. Right, okay then, so I'm not going to disturb that, as I said to you. I'm now going to take this off and just put it over here to cool down. Right, now this has got to go totally cold. Now if you were doing a production run of these, you'd just literally leave that there, carry on, and then you put another one on top, and at the end then you'd peel the backing off. Now I can feel that it's still a little bit warm, and they do say that if you think that it's still going to be a bit warm, just leave it, let it go cold. So that's exactly what we're going to do there. Right, now one of the biggest problems that people do get is when they're actually peeling this transfer paper off of the actual garment. There is a way to do that. I nearly had it right when I done it, but apparently you've got to sort of hold the garment down, find the corner, pull it back, and then sort of roll it off. So that's what we're going to do now. Let's see if we can get a good reproduction of this transfer onto the actual t-shirt. And I'm going to pull it around and just roll it back. Put your hand as you move it along, and there we go. So that's the transfer paper back in. Now I can see here, for example, everything basically is transferred over, but I've got a couple of little letters that have missed out there on the little white bit. So let's have a look here. Let's have a close look at it. Right, well, the actual transfer of the image is absolutely lovely, as you can probably see there. And all these fine dots and splatters have all taken there. I've got a slight issue with the small letters, the very, very small letters on the wording there. And a little bit there, on, as you can see, on the printer. But that could have been my heat press not fully up to temperature. Now, this has got a glossy surface, as you can see there. But this now, we've got to repress. And this is what actually gives the garment its washability and also takes that gloss off as well. So I'm just going to put that back over there like that. I'm going to cover up with our parchment sheet there. Put it back under. And literally give it its final press for the final 30 seconds. As I said, this is what gives the washability to these garments. And it forces the transfer paper into the actual t-shirt. And also takes that shiny film look off of it as well. So obviously they do recommend a swing away press. This is a clam press obviously. So we'll just see what happens when we pull this out. And this, as I say, sets the image. Well, I can see straight away there that that is now lovely and matte. Let's put it back over here and let's show you the difference now in this image. As you can see, it's got a lovely matte finish now and the feel is very, very good. And as you can see down here, I know this is in reverse, this was only a test piece they done for me, so I said it don't matter about flipping the image or the writing over, so don't worry about that being around the wrong way. But as I say, the white is turned out absolutely, and this is lovely and soft. You can't actually feel it on the garment whatsoever. But as I say, this possibly could be due to the issues with having a clam press, because it's on the edge. What they do recommend with the difference between a swing away press and a clam press like this is with a swing away press that you can bring back in, when it's sitting there idling, you can literally just have that heat plate in that position above the rubber mat at the bottom, which actually heats that up. Now, as I say, while this is up in the air like that, this heat pad isn't actually getting very hot. So as a result of that could have been the slight failure I had with that one there. So I'm going to press another one now, but this time I'm going to reheat the bottom transfer plantum first for 30 seconds before I actually lay the garment on. So let's try that. I've got another one of these transfer papers here. This one's slightly different. It's the same image, but they've rasterized this one. Right, so I'm just going to put this image on now. Cover it with our sheet and give that our 30-second press. There we go. So this one has had its 30 seconds. Right, okay, we're nice and cold on this one. Let's try this one again. So this one, I can see it looks like there's the same issue. Yep. The rest of it's come off absolutely fine. Right, so yeah, still a little teething problem there. As you can see, just on that corner there, and also with a couple of small letters missing there. This does need its reprint again, just to set it, so I'm going to quickly do that. So just going to lay the garment underneath there. Parchment paper over the top there. This again will seal the transfer into the garment and create good washability, so, and take that shine off of it as well. And off. Yeah, and it's done just that. So apart from these little teething problems that I'm still having, the actual product is very, very good. Let me show you this t-shirt here. This is one they actually done in front of me when I actually went on the training day. And it's exactly the same image on exactly the same t-shirt. I've just printed on the back of these. And as you can probably see, everything is transferred over absolutely perfectly. And the bits where I was having trouble there, for example, is all perfectly. Even the smallest writing, as you can see there, is absolutely fine. And as I say, My one is on the back of this. If I turn this over, so if I just spin that over, turn it over like that, and as you can see, that's the one I've just done, and I've got the little pieces out there and there. Now the only difference between what they've done and what I've done was they was using their equipment. They had a different heat press than me. I'm using the same times, don't forget, and I've used exactly the same materials, but the difference is the equipment which I'm using. I've used the same technique as what they was using in this one, and I've still got that problem. So what this basically means, in my opinion, is if you're thinking of changing over to this paper, or if you're listening to the reviews which you've heard other people talk about this product, it seems to me that you have to be using the right equipment to get the professional results, which I have seen, and they are fantastic. I've been and seen a whole range of the merchandise which they've printed on using the equipment that they've used. It can be temperamental if you aren't using the correct equipment by the looks of it, and if you aren't following their procedure for actually transferring the image correctly. So there is a learning curve with this product. I've seen it when it does work good. It depends on whether or not they contact me if I take this any further, because obviously I'd like to use this in my system, but it obviously may mean me changing my equipment over, and anyone who's going to be starting off from fresh would need to get the correct equipment. My one possibly isn't the right one for this. It may need a swing away press where you get full application down. That could be the problem there, I'm not too sure. So I'll wait till they contact me, but as you can see, the actual garments themselves, this is the no cut laser dark transfer paper, as you can see there, and the feel on this is just like screen printing. Absolutely fantastic. It does work, but you've got to be using the right equipment. My equipment isn't correct, I don't think, so as a result of that, I'm having slight issues, not very big issues, but enough to give me a problem to stop me selling this product or you transferring over to this product. But I can't confirm that unless I have the right gear, which I haven't got. So I hope this has been useful for anyone wanting to try this product out, and it's been an eye-opener for me. I do love the feel of the product. I love the way it feels on the hand. I love the way that you can use full colour images that look like screen printing, which you could never achieve with a dark transfer, this sort of image, because you just couldn't get these little sort of flecks and splatters and stuff like that cut out on a craft cutter. So if you're looking for this sort of image, the only option really is screen printing or using this sort of system, and with very, very small writing like that. You'd never use a vinyl to cut this sort of small writing. So screen printing would only be your sort of way, or this product, but having the correct equipment. So that's all I can say with my experiences with this so far. I obviously can't take it no further at the moment because, as I say, I haven't got the correct equipment. If you need to have the correct equipment, maybe they can contact me and we can do some further testing a bit further down the line. So do keep watching. If I hear back from these people, then we can probably take it a step further. And if I can get this off the pack, that means that you can do it as well, because obviously you watch my videos, you need to see it in action correctly, not necessarily from a supplier, but for someone like me who is working from home, then obviously it's got to be right. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.